Hello and welcome to my review of Pirates of the Caribbean on Stranger Tides, starring Johnny Depp, Penelope Cruz, Ian McShane, and Jeffrey Rush. This movie centers on the adventures of the ever-lovable and mischievous Captain Jack Sparrow as he searches for the Fountain of Youth. On his quest, he finds Angelica, a former lover-slash-enemy who he finds out is actually the daughter of the nefarious and quite ruthless Blackbeard. Blackbeard obviously wants to get to the Fountain of Youth to achieve his own ends, so he tags Sparrow along and they race against Captain Barbossa, who's now in the employ of the British government, to find the Fountain of Youth and achieve eternal life, essentially. Now, Pirates of the Caribbean is one of the iconic franchises of my lifetime. I really love these movies, even through good times and bad. The first film is one of the greatest adventure films ever made, and I have no problem saying that whatsoever. And the second film is pretty damn entertaining, too. It's just with the third one that they kind of took a misstep into the second dimension of hell. But still, with a fresh new director and what seemed like a fairly clean slate, I held out hope that this could be as entertaining as the first two. And I'm happy to report that it absolutely is. What makes this movie so much fun is just its infectious sense of adventure that really keeps you interested. Whether it be through the dynamics of these great characters or a plot that's not terribly complicated like the last one, but does kind of keep you on your toes, and these just wonderful action sequences that I'll get to in a minute. It just wraps you up in this just awesome sense of fun that's just everything that a summer movie should be. But let's take those three things one at a time. First off, we have the characters. Now, all the characters who haven't worn out their welcome in this franchise, Captain Jack, Barbossa, Gibbs, are all back and they're as great as ever, especially Jack Sparrow. His just insane loopiness and just the way he says every word of dialogue and just the way he just seems to be going through this whole movie almost accidentally is just so fantastically portrayed by Johnny Depp, and he's just such a wonderful lead character, and he makes the whole movie so engaging. And aside from the old characters, we have a bunch of great new ones that keep things fresh. We have Angelica, played by Penelope Cruz, who gives the character just a great sexy edge and plays off of Johnny Depp great. We have Blackbeard, who's played by Ian McShane, who's just a great, intimidating screen presence, and he's just a very threatening villain overall. And then we have Sam Claflin as Philip, who's a missionary character who's kind of supposed to be the replacement for Orlando Bloom, but I actually like this guy a little better. He has a subplot that's a love story with a mermaid that I think could have been written a little stronger, and they could have maybe cut his character out because he was a little pointless, but I didn't find him too bad. I actually really liked his character. He seemed a lot more sincere than Orlando Bloom. Bloom always seemed like he was trying too hard to be the valiant hero, and this guy just kind of is. And then we have our action sequences. This movie was directed by Rob Marshall, who's previously done Chicago and Nine, two musicals that both involve very elaborate staging, set design, and just big set pieces in general. And that's why he was such a great choice for this, because what he does is that he gives a very stagey feel to the action scenes almost. They're all so comedic and so, like, off the wall, and almost kind of silent comedy era in some ways. Like, they're just so manic and crazy, and they all have a very, like, specific rhythm to them. That's what I've always loved about the Pirates of the Caribbean movies, is that the action sequences even have sort of a comedic rhythm to them, and Marshall is just a master at this, and he shoots some of the best action scenes that have been in this franchise since the first one. And this movie has great pacing, too. It gives us plenty of time to breathe and develop its characters, while still giving us lots and lots of huge, grandiose action. Overall, this is everything a good summer movie should be. Action-packed, funny, and adventurous. I put this movie up there with the second one. It's not quite as good as the first one, but I really, really enjoyed myself all the way through. It's a little flawed, but you know what? All summer movies kind of are. I'm going to give this movie 3 stars out of 4. It's very solid, and I hope you all go and see it. If you like this review, subscribe to my channel, because there'll be plenty more reviews and videos coming up.